to put a weary mind at rest and still remember the narrow bridge we're on. Troubled times, you don't ease a worried mind. Troubled times, just stay behind. Troubled times, you don't ease a worried mind. Troubled times, just stay behind. It's not far from our homes, where the woods are turned to stones, and the feeling of wonder is nearly gone. But in the cracks of barren land, a beauty grows unplanned. So we just keep to the narrow bridge we're on. Troubled times, you don't ease a worried mind. Troubled times, just stay behind. Troubled times, you don't ease a worried mind. Troubled times, just stay behind. This world on the narrow bridge, Kol ha'olam kulo. From the lowland so low to high up on the ridge, Gesher Tsar Me'od. Kol ha'olam kulo. Gesher Tsar Me'od. I've walked this world on the narrow bridge. Kol ha'olam kulo. From the lowland so low to high up on the ridge, Gesher Tsar Me'od. When the night returns again and brings quiet through the glen, in the still we hear the blackbirds call. From o'er these rivers you can see, in the moonlight through the trees, that the bridge was not so narrow after all. Troubled times, we don't ease a worried mind. Troubled times, just stay behind. Troubled times, you don't ease a worried mind. Troubled times, just stay behind. Oh, just stay behind.
I was born into this world alone. with paths to be traveled and seeds to be sown. My fate was decided so long ago, so I'm chasing the sunset because it's all that I know.
I was born into the same world as you. I've had rips in my sails, many storms I've been through, but the fire inside me keeps my faith renewed. So I'm chasing the sunset, seeking my truth, and we all are one underneath the galloping sun, through the tides of the moon, ride the wild winds to the blue. And as I am searching this land far and wide, I hold tight to my loved ones and dream of their eyes. I went up on a mountain and there made my cry. I sang the Shema with the eagles, with all of my might.
Like you, I'm a seeker, been all around this land, and I've howled with the wolves and held tight to your hand. And with this old guitar, I'll make my stand. So I'm chasing the sunset with all the strength that I have. And we all are one underneath the galloping sun, through the tides of the moon, ride the wild winds to the blue.
Well, Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Welcome to our Erev Shabbat Tefillah for this 3rd of July, Friday night, the beginning of the weekend of our nation's Independence Day celebration. Going to share a little Americana melodies with you throughout this Tefillah worship. Most of them, I think, will be familiar. I encourage you to join in as you are comfortable. For those of you who didn't recognize it, those were the sounds of Nefesh Mountain that set the tone for our worship this evening. They're good friends of ours. Happened to join us at TBI 2 years ago this past May, and their careers and their contributions to the Jewish world have just continue to expand and grow. Shabbat Shalom to everybody who's standing by here on our Zoom, and I'll give Rabbi a chance to introduce everybody, or at least what's going to happen this evening. Rabbi? Where's the Rav? I don't
Sorry. Hi.
Oh,
Shabbat
there he
Shalom, everybody. I was talking, but you weren't hearing. It was just one of those
Sorry,
things.
I didn't see you either.
It's great to be with all of you. We have a number of things a couple of things we're doing this evening. It's Erev 4th of July, which means that we are on the eve prior to the 4th of July. And of course, in the Jewish calendar, holidays beginning the evening. So happy 4th of July, everybody. And we will be mixing in some Americana into our service this evening. More on that as we move forward. And we will also be consecrating our board of trustees. So we have many of the members of our board of trustees with us, as we'll be blessing them later in the service. And that's not all, but wait, you also get a birthday blessing if you are celebrating a birthday in the month of July. So it'll be virtual. We won't be able to call you up on the bima to give it, but you'll know that we are thinking about you and celebrating you if you have a July birthday. So we're going to begin with the words of Psalm 133, Hine ma tovu manayim shevet achim gam yachad, and some other words as well. Cantor Bush can
So
fill you
this
in.
is it's a Nefesh Mountain tune. How could I not start out with a Nefesh Mountain tune? I think it's pretty self-explanatory. We will add the words of Hine Matov Umanayim. You see, I got the banjo out, inspired by Eric Lindbergh. Although I can only dream to be 1/10 of the banjo player he is. I want to hear somebody pray. I want to hear somebody pray. Down in the valley that over yonder, I want to hear somebody pray. I want to hear somebody sing. I want to hear somebody sing. Down in the valleys and over yonder, I want to hear somebody sing. Hine matovu manayim, hine matovu manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matovu manayim. One more time, go. Hine matovu manayim, hine matovu manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matovu manayim. I want to hear somebody sing. I want to hear somebody sing. Down in the valleys and over yonder, I want to hear somebody sing. I want to hear somebody sing. I want to hear somebody sing.
We are going to turn now to lighting our Shabbat lights, our Shabbat candles. They're actually lit right there behind Cantor Paul. I'm going to spotlight those for a moment. And I'm going to share with you the Siddur as well.
So few familiar nigunim. We'll use 1, 2, light our candles. I call this one Yankel Doodle. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav V'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. Blessed are you, Adonai, sovereign of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to kindle the light of Shabbat. Ay, 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 yada, die, 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 ay, yada, die, die, ay, die, 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 die.
So we're going to take just a moment to reflect on the week that has passed, to move back to the end of last Shabbat, to pause on each day, reflecting on its blessings and on its challenges, to take a breath, so spend a moment of reflection on the week that has passed, and then we'll join together on pages 20 and 21 for Lecha Dodi. We will sing together verses 1, 2, 5, and 9, which I will have up on the screen in a moment. When we get to verse 9, you can rise in your own home, wherever you are, face your door, the place that people enter, and symbolically welcome that Shabbat presence into your home and into your heart. Here we go, Lecha Dodi.
Lecha Dodi Likrat Kala Pnei Shabbat Nekabela Shamor Lezachor Midibur Echan Ishmianu El Ham Yuchan Adonai Echan Ushmo Echan L'Shemul Tiferet L'Lid Kila Lecha Dodi Lecha Dodi Likrat Kala Pnei Shabbat Nekabela Likrat Shabbat Lechu v'nelcha Ki mekor habracha Merosh mikadem Nesucha Sof matzeh V'makshvat techila Lecha Dodi Likrat Kala Pnei Shabbat Nekabela Hitoreri Kiva Orech Kumi Ori Uri Shir Daberi Kevod Adonai Alayich Nigla Lecha Dodi Lecha dodi likrat kala B'nei Shabbat nekabela Boi v'shalom ateret bala Gam b'simcha ובצהלה תולחמוני עם סגולה בואי חלה Everybody join with us לך דודי לקראת קלה B'nei Shabbat nekabela Lecha dodi likrat kala B'nei Shabbat nekabela Yitgadal v'yitgadash Shemei Rabbah
Amen.
Be'alma divrach hirutei ve'amlich malchutei V'chai yechon u'vyom echon U'chayei kol bet Yisrael Bagala Vitzman Kariv ve'imeru Amen Yehei Shemei Rabbah mivarach Le'alam ul'olmei olmaya Yitbarach ve'yishtabach V'yitpa'ar v'yiromam v'yitnasei V'yithadar v'yitaleh V'yithalal Shmei dekodesh
Birichu.
Le'ela min kol birchata V'shirata Tushbechata v'nechemata Da'amiran be'alma Ve'imeru Amen
We continue with Baruch Hu, our call to prayer on page 28. If you're in a place that you can stand and still stay connected to what's going on, I invite you to do so. If not, you can kind of sit up particularly straight, create in your body a ladder between heaven and earth, kind of a straight posture. Let that energy flow for Baruch Hu, our call to prayer.
So many of you may not know that this melody in its folk rendition actually was motivated by the Shabbat morning preliminary blessing melody and tradition. So I'll give you a little nigun so you know what it's like. Yai dai dai, ya da dai dai, yai dai dai dai, ya dai dai, ya dai dai dai. Yai dai 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 dai, yai dai dai, yai da dai dai dai, dai dai dai, yai dai dai, ya dai dai dai, yai dai 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 dai. Baruch Hu et Adonai Amvorah Baruch Adonai Amvorach le'olam va'ed.
We are going to continue a couple of bottom of page 30 with the last three lines.
El chai v'kayam Tamidim Lachaleinu Lelam Vaen, Baruch Ata Adonai.
Baruch Hu Baruch Shemo.
Homarim Haravi.
Amen. As you taught Torah to those whose names I bear, teach me Torah too. Its mystery beckons, yet I struggle with its truth. You meant Torah for me. Did you mean the struggle for me too? Don't let me struggle alone. Help me to understand, to be wise, to listen, to know. Lead me into the mystery.
Ve'avatecha atasir mimenu leolamim, Baruch Ata Adonai
Baruch Hu Baruch Shemo.
Oilamo Israel.
Amen.
So here's another melody written by the folks Donnie Zasloff and Eric Lindbergh for Shema Yisrael. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod, Malchuto leolam, leolam, va'en. Baruch Shem Kevod, Malchuto leolam, leolam, va'en. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Echad.
Going to continue.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם, בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
Emet. As we move to Michamocha, our song of freedom, celebrating the splitting of the sea, an image that was incredibly powerful to those who came to this country, to the early Puritans who escaped religious persecution and crossed over a sea to a new land. I think it's mentioned in my words that I'll share a little later, but Benjamin Franklin had proposed that the seal for the United States of America. He didn't win the argument, but that the seal was the Israelites crossing through the sea, that image was a powerful founding image. And so as we connect the two stories, the stories of America and the stories of redemption from Egypt, we sing together our song of freedom.
Here's an American folk melody, The Water is Wide. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nehedar ba'kodesh, norati lo osefele, norati lo osefele, malchutecha ra'u vanecha, okei ayam lifnei Moshe u'Miriam, Ze'eli anu ve'amru Adonai himlo le'olam va'ed, Adonai himlo le'olam va'ed. V'ne'emar Hifadai Adonai et Yaakov ugoalo eyad chazak mimenu, Baruch atah Adonai
Baruch Hu Baruch Shemo.
Gal Yisrael.
Amen. Turn to page 42. We ask God to watch over us, to let us lie down in peace. And I would add, not only over us, but over our country on its birthday, over our lives. And let us work to make our world, our country, more shalem, more whole in the year to come. Hashkivenu.
Ashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom, Vehamidenu shomreinu lechayim. Ashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom, Vehamidenu shomreinu lechayim. Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha, ushmot zetenu uvoenu. Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha, ushmot zetenu uvoenu. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom, Vehamidenu shomreinu lechayim. Baruch atah Adonai haporei sukat shalom aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael ve'al Yerushalayim.
A thought has blown the market away. There is a song on the wind and joy in the trees. The Sabbath arrives in the world, scattering a song in the silence of the night. Eternity utters a day. We're going to continue now with our Amidah. Another opportunity, if you have a place to stand, to be connected from the ground all the way up to the heavens through your body. We ask God to open our lips.
It's a melody by J.D. Souther. Yai-da-dai-dai, yai-da-dai-dai-dai, yai-da-dai-dai-dai-dai, yai-da-dai-dai-dai, yai-da-da-dai, yai-da-da-dai-dai, yai-da-dai-dai-dai, yai-da-dai-dai-dai-dai, yai-da-dai, yai-da, yai-da-dai-dai-dai. Adonai, sefatai tiftach, ufi yagid tfilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise, that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah. El Hagadol Hagibor Hanora El Elyon Gomel Chasadim Tovim Vekonei Hakol Vezocher Chastei Avot Ve'imaot Umevi Geula Livnei V'neihem Lema'an Shemo Be'ahava Melech Hozer Moshiach Umagen Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham, Vezrat Sarah. Atah Gibor L'olam Adonai, Mechayei Hakol atah, Rav Lehoshia, Morid atah, Mechalkel Chaim Bechesed, Mechayei Hakol berachamim rabim, Somech noflim drofech cholim, Umatir asurim, Umkayem emunato Lishenei afar, Mi chamocha bal gevurot, Umido melach, Melech memid umchayeh umatzmiach Yeshua v'ne'eman ata lehachayot hakol Baruch atah Adonai mechayeh hakol.
Page 52. You are holy, your name is holy, And those who are holy praise you every day. Baruch atah Adonai,
Baruch Hu Baruch Shemo.
Ha'el HaKadosh.
Amen.
Please take a few moments for the service of your own heart, the words of your soul, and then we'll be accompanied in our prayers by the music of Dr. Randy Poloboy. Shabbat Shalom, Randy.
Shabbat Shalom, Rabbi. Shabbat Shalom to everyone out there. I'm going to be spotlighting a piece by Debbie Friedman, a composer who needs no introduction. She's certainly well established in the American Jewish community, and like it or not, she has played a major role in changing the culture of Jewish communal singing and our various services. You just have to know that at TBI we use extensively a lot of her tunes. Shalom Aleichem, Misha Barak, Veshamru, all of these are standards that we use for many, many years here at TBI. And I have to confess that when I started accompanying at TBI, I wasn't a big fan of Debbie Friedman, but over the years have learned to appreciate not all, but some of the tunes. She has a very distinctive style, very much of a pop style. So this is one tune that I really like and would like to play and contribute for tonight's service. This is Osei Shalom. You've heard it before, both with our choir at High Holidays and with Paul playing it solo. So I'm going to do a solo rendition of it myself. This piece dates from 2007, so it's a relatively late work since Debbie Friedman passed away in 2011, so just about 4 years later. So this is Osei Shalom, Debbie Friedman. So obviously the last four bars were not Debbie Friedman, but in honor of the Independence Day holiday.
Thank you, Randy. Shabbat Shalom. Happy Erev 4th of July, everybody. America has been good for us Jews. We are well represented in the Supreme Court, in the halls of Congress. We are presidents of elite universities, leaders of business, education, and entertainment, accepted broadly in all parts of society. And of course, there is still anti-Semitism in America, particularly on the alt-right and on the far left. It is not hard to find anti-Semitism on social media or on college campuses. However, according to recent studies of religious attitudes, Jews are the most admired religious group in America. Being married to a Jew is seen as a positive. When I think about our history, that is pretty hard to believe. How fortunate I am to live in this country. We Jews have lived in many lands and even flourished there. In Babylonia, we created the Talmud. In medieval Spain, we knew a golden age. In Eastern Europe, a flowering of Jewish learning and literature. In Iran, we shaped a powerful culture. But in the Jewish experience, America is unique because America did not much more than tolerate our presence. America invited us into its heart, invited us to shape the national character. One could legitimately argue that outside of the founding Puritans, no community has had a greater impact on American culture than American Jews. Our voice, our values, our vision, even our humor have shaped American culture. Our Jewish story, our founding narrative, also became America's founding narrative. The escape from tyranny, the perilous crossing, the arrival in the promised land, the gift of providential protection. It's no coincidence that we feel such a stake in America as Jews. There's a remarkable congruence between the American story and the Jewish story. The Pilgrims were deeply informed by the Hebrew Bible. They read their experiences as a biblical story of redemption, as an exodus. As I mentioned earlier, Benjamin Franklin proposed that the seal of the United States should depict the Israelites crossing the sea. Part of our task as American Jews in a country that was formed in many ways out of a reading of our text, the Hebrew Bible, part of our task is to call on America to do what's right, to live up to its aspirational principles, the dignity due every human being, the social responsibility to protect the vulnerable, the imperative to create the just and gentle society. My Jewish values, my reading of our Jewish text, the idea that each human being is created in the image of God, impels me to work for LGBTQ equality, to care about immigrants and refugees, to affirm unequivocally that Black lives matter. We are taught in Deuteronomy, the eternal your God shows no favor and takes no bribe, but upholds the cause of the orphan and the widow, befriends the stranger. You too must befriend the stranger, for you were strangers in the land of Egypt. This process of realizing these principles is the ongoing American project. It is our national journey to the promised land. And I am aware each day that we still have a ways to go in our journey, that these ideals have not yet been fulfilled. What is idolatry? Abraham Joshua Heschel asked. And then he answered his own question. An idol is a God who is mine, but not yours. A God concerned with me, but not with you. We need to continually work to create an America that expands its vision of tolerance, of opportunity, and of diversity. Jews have made important contributions to American popular culture. Emma Lazarus welcomed the poor, huddled masses to these shores. Aaron Copland wrote Fanfare for the Common Good. In Porgy and Bess, George and Ira Gershwin shared the music and heart and humanity of African Americans with white America. And in West Side Story, Leonard Bernstein, Stephen Sondheim, and Louis Lawrence shared the lives of New York's Puerto Ricans. Superman, defender of truth, justice, and the American way, was created by two Jewish boys who got beat up on their way to Hebrew school in Cleveland. From Groucho Marx to Norman Lear to Jon Stewart, American Jews used laughter as a weapon against the arrogance of prejudice. We are an old people, and we have witnessed humanity's greatest, most powerful kingdoms, empires, and regimes rise and crumble. Babylon, Persia, Greece, Rome, the empires of Spain, France, Britain, the Nazis. In their arrogance, they believed the power of their armies and the prosperity of their trade and the opulence of their cities would ensure their immortality. But they're all gone, because history isn't only about worldly power. History is shaped by ideas and by conscience, by moral vision. We know there are so many who have had these moral visions, whether it's Nelson Mandela and the power of the idea of justice, or Martin Luther King Jr., and the power of the promise of equality, or David Ben-Gurion or Golda Meir, the power of visions and of dreams. Jewish tradition, Jewish law has a purpose, a goal, a conscience. It tells us to always keep in mind the powerless, the most vulnerable in our society, those without a voice. On this 4th of July, we as Jews and as Americans have so much to be thankful for. And we have much work to do to shape our country into a more perfect union, truly with liberty and justice for all. Shabbat Shalom. We're going to turn now, just a moment, I'm going to share my screen with you, to our prayers for healing, to all of those in our lives who are in need of blessing. Sorry, I'm having a little screen sharing problem, but it will be up in 1 second. Here we go.
O Holy One, who blessed our mothers, who blessed our fathers from ancient days, bless and heal those in our hearts, and hear our prayer as we say their names. HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Yimaleh Rachamim Aleichem, Lehachzikam Ulrap'otam, Veishlag Lahem Refuah Shlema, Refuat HaNefesh, Refuat HaGuf, B'toch Sha'ar Cholei Yisrael. Oh, bless and heal those in our hearts, and hear our prayer as we say their name.
As I share names, feel free to share names. I see that at least one has already been shared in the chat box. I'll share the names on our congregational list. Rebecca Gilman, Bela Pasternak, Hannah Fields Austin, Eran Goichenberg, Sue Tobak, Alicia Goldfarb, Paula Steinbach, Rosalind Lefkowitz, Helen Weinfeld, Gabrielle Silton, Pam Koliakoff, Connie Shapiro, Kathy Blumenfeld, Gloria Austin, Caitlin Antrim, Judith Bosworth, Kathy Brewster, Doug Austin, David Bush, Stephanie Holland, Mark Goldberg, Maureen Fenton, Jennifer Rudin, Susan Brewer, Charity Razaday, James Stead, Ed Ansel, Marion Schneider, Kimberly Zimmerman, Judith Schweitzer, Lori Schneider, Gail Gant, Brad Holland, Isley Holland, Jacob McNaughton, Bernie Carmatz, Mike Klein, Michelle Raphael, Beatrice Caden, John Kerr, Meg Silton, Ken Mitchell, Linda Jones, Allison Auerbach, Ramon Diaz, Henry Gerard, Kirby Perkins, Brenda Fang Gerard, Jerry Garris, Serena Postal, and Laura Morse.
Akadosh Baruch Hu Yimalei Rachamim Aleichem. Oh, bless and heal those in our hearts and hear our prayer as we say their names.
If you have a July, try it with a camera. If you have a July birthday, and we are then singing with you, we will virtually bring you up on our Bima in spirit. Know that we are wishing you all the best in this new year, a year of health and of good blessings, and surrounded by lots of love. And we're going to sing to all of you who are celebrating birthdays this month, as well as to America. Happy birthday to you.
Yom Huledet Sameach, Yom Huledet Sameach, Yom Huledet Sameach, Yom Huledet Sameach, Yom Huledet Sameach. Everybody now. Yom Huledet Sameach, Yom Huledet Sameach, Yom Huledet Sameach.
Happy birthday to all of you who celebrate this month. If you want in the future, once we open up the office again, you can come by for your pencil and chocolate. I will have that for you. We'll give you a rain check for your pencil, your Yom Huledet Sameach pencil, and your chocolate. So we'd love to be able to give that to you in person when the time permits, to do so in a safe and healthy way. I want to invite all the board members who are with us now to turn on their cameras. And if you can't do it for some reason, then send me a note and I will let you know. They are almost all there. And I'm going to ask first Dina Benjamin. Before we start with a blessing, even just a word of gratitude for from all of us in the congregation, that these are all people who have stepped forward to help to lead our congregation. And especially those who have joined the board this year have stepped forward in challenging times in the life of the world and in the life of synagogues and of Temple Beth Israel, as we're in a virtual world. I guess those who are continuing, maybe when they started, it wasn't so challenging. So, but we're always appreciative of everybody's leadership and work and all that you do to enrich our community and give of your talents and your passion. And we're so thankful for that. And I'm going to ask Dina to read something on behalf of the board, since Zoom does not allow us to read things together. And then I will offer an English blessing, and then Cantor Bush and I will offer the priestly blessing to our Board of Trustees.
Thank you, Rabbi. We come together as Jews, as leaders of Temple Beth Israel, to follow in the footsteps of those who have come before us, to build on their accomplishments and to prepare the way for those who will follow. We acknowledge the link between what we are, what has been, and what can be. May we prove worthy of this legacy. We partake of shared values, mutual trust, collective vision, and community action. We are a contemporary voice for the ideals of religious justice and Jewish values. We are the strength and power of people fulfilling the promise that we too took upon ourselves at Sinai.
Holy One of blessing, bestow your blessing on these leaders who have been elected to serve our congregation. Instill in them insight and understanding, perseverance as well as patience. Inspire them to work together in pursuit of our community's greatest aspirations, even as they watch over its daily needs. Oh God, we are thankful for the dedication and giving spirit that bring these men and women before you, prepared to devote their energies to your service and to the benefit of us all. Grant success to their endeavors and help them to lead us in the pursuit of our sacred mission. And so now we invoke upon you the ancient blessing of our tradition.
Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha.
May God bless you and may God keep you.
Yair Adonai panav elecha.
May God's light shine upon you and through you to others, and may God always be gracious unto you.
Yisonai panav elecha v'yasem shalom.
May God and all that is good be present for you in your life. May wholeness and peace be in your heart and in your home and in your community. And may we all work together to create a world of more wholeness and more peace, more shalom. And we say together,
Amen.
Amen. Thank you to our 2020-2021 Board of Trustees for your service, for your passion, for being you. We are so grateful for your service. Thank you all. You can stick around, but we're going to continue. Zion's Wall cantor.
So Rabbi mentioned earlier in his Devar Torah the name Aaron Copland. Aaron Copland was born Aaron Kaplan. That was his family name, although he never really knew that until later in his life. And Aaron Copland became very strongly identified with a typical, with an atypical blending of classical music sensibilities with American folk melodies. As I mentioned, he was born Kaplan. He came from very direct Russian Jewish stock. He came from an immigrant family. And in some ways, while he did not overtly celebrate his Judaism in his music or really in his personal life, he brought those values that the rabbi talked about to the idea that American culture could be, should be elevated, especially in its folk melodies and the traditional roots of Americana, what we now call Americana. So Randy and I are going to share with you a version that Copland wrote of the traditional hymn Zion's Walls, and the relationship that I've kind of had to this piece and why I wanted to do it today is Zion, as you probably are familiar, is another way to describe Jerusalem. And our forefathers, our American ancestors, repeated over and over in their writings and in their teachings their vision of America as the New Jerusalem. It came from their understandings of some of the biblical teachings that they studied. But in many ways, I think that this has also been very true for American Jews as well. We often talk about America being the golden Medina, the golden land. And if the Messianic vision is going to be fulfilled anywhere outside of Eretz Yisrael, I think we all have a sense that it just may happen here in this country. So I'm going to share something we did earlier today. So if you notice the background shift here and the candle's no longer there, you'll understand why. But I'll also be a little less, a little better color corrected, I think, in the other video. So please enjoy Zion's Walls by Aaron Copland.
And mothers, come, sisters and brothers, come, join us in singing the praises of Zion, the praises of Zion. Oh, fathers, don't you feel determined to meet within the walls of Zion? We'll shout and go round, shout and go round, we'll shout and go round, we'll shout and go round the walls of Zion, the walls of Zion. Come, fathers and mothers, come, sisters and brothers, come join us in singing the praises of Zion. Come, fathers and mothers, come, sisters and brothers, come join us in singing the praises of Zion. Oh, fathers, don't you feel determined to meet within the walls of Zion? We'll shout and go round, shout and go round, we'll shout and go round, we'll shout and go round the walls of Zion, the walls of Zion, the walls of Zion.
Thank you, Randy and Cantor Bush, for that beautiful rendition. I'd like to invite Dina Benjamin. I think it's you, Dina, tonight, offering announcements. I could be wrong, but I thought that was it.
You're correct.
Okay, good.
You're correct. Thank you. Before I start with my other thank yous, I want to say a few words about the board. Rabbi already mentioned this, but I cannot say enough good things about people who have agreed to take on board leadership this coming year. The ones who are continuing, the ones who stepped up for the first time this year. I want to thank all of our board members because this job is not going to just require the usual dedication and commitment, but a lot more. And I know that you're all up to the challenge. So I thank you in advance for your energy, your passion, your dedication, and your expertise, and your time. And I want to take a special moment to thank your families, because I know that all of them will be sacrificing as well for the greater good of our community. So this is a special group, and I want that to be known by everyone. You will be ensuring our temple's safety, financial stability, running services throughout the coming year. So just know that that is deeply appreciated. Thank you to Rabbi Fitz and Cantor Paul and Dr. Randy Paul for the beautiful service this evening. And I wanted to just make a mention of the creative use of incorporating Americana songs into this particular Shabbat. It was done so beautifully and beautifully. Thank you for that. We have a lot of upcoming events. Our Thursday evening email that goes out to the entire congregation, all of them listed. I'll highlight some. For Saturday continues on Saturday mornings at 9:30 with Mike Beeline. Zoom every Monday and Wednesday evening at 6:45. I think my speaker is not working so well, but I'll just speed along the route. I can show whatever I can be heard saying. The clothing drive was extended to Wednesday, so feel free to bring your clothing still until Wednesday at noon. And we have our Zoom movie club, which is continuing Wednesday evening. We will be discussing Tin Man. You are encouraged to see them in advance and then come to discuss it with other congregations. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. And check your congregational email for anything that you missed. If it cut out at any moment, your congregational email came out last night. Check it for all of the upcoming events and the Zoom links for many of those events, if they're virtual events that are happening at TBI. So check that out. And we are going to continue with Aleinu L'Shabeach on page 200. Oh, I got the wrong page here, 282. I'm going to share that page with you in just a second. Here we go. Middle of the page, Aleinu L'Shabeach.
Aleinu l'shabeach ladon hakol, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, בגורלנו ככל המונם. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד.
We take a moment to turn our thoughts to all of those who have been important in our lives and have left this earth, those who have died in recent days or at this time in years past. Remember the recent deaths of Herb Rosenzweig, husband of Myra, Sandy DeSatnik, mother of Brian DeSatnik, David Hunt, father of Suzanne Hunt. Remember the Yortzites, the anniversaries of the deaths of Peter Applebaum, Max Peterman, Andrea Carrero, Betty Zinman-Mann, Anna Altman, Dorothy Beckerman, Stanley Bromberg, Carmen Brunel, Mary Eisman, Edith Fisher, James Rose, George Goldstein, Anna Landsberg, Louis Medvin, Herman Epstein, Tilly Frank, Sam Kelber, Jack Richmond, Sidney Shallett, Joan Sweeney, Isidore Thompson, Florence Turk, Judy Block, Gerald Boring, Bernard Edward Kimmel, Sidney Robert Laserwitz, Ted Robinson, Ben Rudnick, Ray C. Schulman, Leon Sherman, Judy Tartakowski, Abraham Cohen, Lillian Dolfman, Colbert Harmon, Jose Miguel Lerner, Joe Mack, Julius Mel Reich, Jerome Seltzer, Mala Schulman, and Jack Strausberg. Also, in this last week, the burial has not taken place yet, but Dorothy Moss, mother of our congregant Stephen Moss, also passed away. If you have other names that you'd like to be thinking about and share with our community, if you're in whichever place you are, if you're on Zoom, you can share it in our chat box here. And if you're on Facebook Live, you can share it there with others in your community. We hold all who we love and who have died in our hearts, and we join in the words of Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah.
Amen.
V'alma divrach hirute v'amlich malchute v'chayachon v'yomechon v'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael v'agalau v'zman kariv v'imru amen.
Amen.
Yehi shmei rabbah mevarach le'olam olamei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei d'kudusha brichu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechamata da'amiram bi'alma v'imru amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shmaya v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'imromav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Zichronam livracha. May their memories always be for a blessing. I'm going to share a new screen with our closing song.
It's an American song. Mizmor LeWoody. This land is your land, this land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters, this land was made for you and me. As I went walking that ribbon of highway, I saw above me that endless skyway. I saw below me the lonesome Golden Valley. This land was made for you and me. This land is your land, this land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters, this land was made for you and me. I roamed and rambled, and I followed my footsteps to the sparkling sands of her diamond deserts, and all around me a voice was sounding. This land was made for you and me. This land is your land, this land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters, this land was made for you and me. Now you'll notice this verse is printed twice. You don't have to sing it twice. When the sun comes shining and I was strolling, and the wheat fields waving and the dust clouds rolling, a voice was chanting as the fog was lifting. This land was made for you and me. Everybody now. This land is your land, this land is my land. From California to the New York Island, Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters, this land was made for you and me. One more time. This land is your land, this land was my land. From California to the New York Island, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters, this land was made for you and me. This land was made for you
you and me. This land was made for you and me. Amen.
We're going to conclude with Kiddush and Motzi. So if you've got a little wine or juice there, you can grab it. We're going to share our blessing.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu b'shabbat kodsho b'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu zikaron lema'aseh v'reishit ki hu yom techila lemikraye kodesh zechar letziat mitzrayim kivanu v'acharta ve'otanu kidashta mikol ha'amim v'shabbat kodshecha ve'ava uvratzon hinchaltanu baruch atah Adonai mekadesh HaShabbat l'chaim.
L'chaim. And a little challah. Can reach out, touch someone. Touching someone is touching the challah. Here we go. Grab the challah, Cantor. Here you go.
Notice I have a High American Holy Day challah. Shalem, it's round. Here we go. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz b'tei avon. B'tei avon, Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Sameach.
Thank you so much for being with us. We are back tomorrow night at 7:30 on our Zoom channel for Havdalah.
Good.
Come say goodbye to Shabbat with us tomorrow evening. Lahitraot, Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat
See you
Shalom,
soon.
everybody. Have a safe holiday.